คุณสุบรามณีนะคะซึ่งก็เป็นผู้อาวุโสนะคะผู้ชำนาญการอาวุโสทางด้าน Health Safety แล้วก็ Environment ตอนนี้ท่านอยู่ในไลน์กับเราหรือยังคะขออนุญาตเช็คสัญญาณสักครู่หนึ่งนะคะถ้าเกิดว่าสัญญาณมาแล้วนะคะเดี๋ยวจะต้องขออนุญาตเช็คระบบด้วยว่าเขานั้นได้ยินเราหรือเปล่าและเราได้ยินเสียงหรือเปล่าดิฉันเหมือนเห็นท่านมาแล้วนะคะสวัสดีค่ะ Good afternoon Mr. Subramani Oh, we cannot hear you. You may like you may check that if you mute your microphone or
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear, very clear. Thank you very much for joining us for as a keynote speaker. So I have introduced you the topic that you are going to present already, how to get your workforce engaged with health and safety, correct?
Yes. Correct.
So may I hand over this session to คุณสุบรามณีขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Thank you. Thanks. So first of all, I very good afternoon to members, professionals, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to share the slides. Now I regret for unfortunately not able to speak Thai, but bear with my English. Okay. So the slide, right? Is it? Yeah. How the slides? Because I want to open the slides. That someone can play the slides for me. Just give me a minute. Are you able to see my screens? Like, because I'm not able to move my PowerPoint.
We can see, and then you can click your slideshow and then share from advanced sharing and PowerPoint as background.
Okay.
Advanced sharing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And PowerPoint as background.
Okay. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks, Pat. Kunpat. Thanks for you. Okay. Okay. So today topics, right? What I'm going to cover is my agenda is very simple. I have the following topics like what is a foundation for building relationship. There is a 5-step model approach, how to engage the workforce in a positive manner. A new innovative concept we have been adapted for the last couple of years and works very well, which is called a human and organization performance. I will share that. And there is some kind of another concept called drift and psychological safety and how the leaders can respond. So within 15 minutes, I try to finish it off, and the remaining 5 minutes we can open for discussion. Okay. So the first and foremost important is how to build a relationship. Whatever we can accomplish in our life, either be it in home or work or wherever it is mainly depends on relationship. How good the relationship with our colleagues, workers, or fellow members, that's how the accomplishment will happen. The better the relationship, the accomplishment is more. So what I was highlighting from this pyramid is, if you know only 100 people, your apex will be only this much. But if you know more and more, your pyramid will be getting bigger and bigger. So the best thing to do is build a relationship, and that will help you to accomplish. But how to build a relationship? That's the biggest challenge. The simple and very efficient way is without any bias, open, and very honest with the people, what you are. That's the best way to build a relationship. One of the case studies, what we want to highlight is one of our colleagues' mother, who is around 80 years plus old lady. And when she passed away, many of us, we gathered in her funeral, and then everybody prays about her that this lady is very good, excellent. But she's not beautiful, and she's not holding any big title, but everybody have a respect. Then we asked the son, what makes your mother so special that everybody fell in love with her and we have a good impression for her? The message given by the son is, Whenever my mother talked to anyone or have opportunity to work with anyone, her 100% focus will be on that person. Either you are a president of the company or you are a manual worker, my mother treat everyone the same. Her focus is on you and listen to you, and she will listen and respond with empathy. That's the successful relationship. So once we have done this, then the next step is much easier. So the subsequent step is called a 5-step approach. Why this 5-step approach, where it comes from? I'm working in Chevron, which is one of the chemical companies in Singapore. Several years ago, we do have some serious incidents. And we also trying to figure out how we can engage our work group in an effective way. So later we adapted this method several years ago. It works very, very well. So I just simply go by steps. The first step is reward. Nobody come to work and to have some incidents or anything. And everybody come to work, they will say that, oh, today I want to do a good job and then I want to complete the work by time. But whenever we go to the site, we need to see for the positive observations or positive things, what they have. Even they have some kind of negative or area for improvement, don't jump to the conclusion. Look for positive, appreciate them with some good morning or good afternoon, whatever, with a smiling face. That's the first step. Why it is important? Many psychological studies highlighted that if you highlighted 15 times, then you can positively for 15 times, then you can say once some area for improvement negative, the people won't get offended. But most of the time, what will happen is we are very curious to say about improvement opportunities. Too fast, jump. Then the people, whenever they see you that, oh, my boss comes, he always come and going to tell something bad or going to say some improvement suggestions. Rather, if you approach this way, it will be helpful. So first thing is reward. The second one is I care approach. What does this mean? Our intention is we want to demonstrate our care and concern towards the people rather than to show that, hey, I have find out something new or I want to prove you that I'm better than you. That's not the case. So then you may be realizing that, hey, when I go there, how the workers know that I'm come here to care for them. Again, the analogy is when you are feeling or how you feel in your heart can be felt by others. Okay, you may be surprised, but that's a reality. So many years ago in the US, someone was doing some research on with the plants. And they want to find out that how the plants react with the external stimuli and other changes in the environment. Whenever there are two people come to the building, the plants started to behave very abnormal. So the scientists started to wonder, hey, how come these two people comes? The plants started to behave very abnormal. Then they started to ask questions, say, may I know what you're doing and what job you are doing that. Then the people highlighted that, oh, my main job is we procured a big, huge forest area. We cut the trees, we burn them, turn into charcoal, we extract nitrogen, and then we sell it. That's our business. So the entire mindset is buy the tree, cut it, charcoal, extract nitrogen, sell it. So when they move into the buildings, these plants also started to behave. In several occasions, it was witnessed. So when you are knowing or unknowingly, we are emulating some kind of vibrations. So go with the positive vibrations, go with the care and concern. Of course, the workers will subconsciously, they know that you are there for some kind of care. Then another one is learning. Many of the time, we are there to advise, then we are there to learn. Many of the time when we are started to speak up rather than listening, we are losing a lot of opportunity to learn. So the best way is learn. Irregardless, whatever the case, whatever the way, ask them what you are doing and things are there. When we learn, we know the different perspective. Many of you may read the book called 7 Habits of Effective People. One of the studies highlighted that a group of people were walking in the tube, and then many kids are playing a lot of noise and loud playing here and there. So that everybody is annoyed. Hey, why these kids are playing like this? It's very irritating. Then they go and complain to the father. The father highlighted that, hey, now only we came to know that their mother passed away in one of the hospitals. Now we are on the way to the hospital. I want the kids to be comforted before I want to convey the message. Then the entire situation is changed. Initially, they feel that the kids are like a nuisance. Now they look at the kids as an empathy. So when you observe that somebody is not doing right or somebody is not doing things like that, when you talk and you understand, then your perspective will change. So don't lose this opportunity. Again, you make a contract. That means sometimes they do a good job. You just tell them that continue to do that or pat on them and so on. Second, if they are doing something is not right, make them to realize that why it is not right. People don't bother on what you say, but they bother how you say. Choice of words, your tone plays an important. And finally say, thank you. And if you practice these steps right, the workers or your colleagues will be welcoming rather than they feel frustrated. So first, build relationship. Second, you can do a 5-step approach. The another innovative approach is we have been adopted is HOP, Human Organization Performance. It has been there in US for last 20 to 30 over years, but now only it is been adopted in Singapore and many of the Asian countries are adopt this. Very simple is view the people as a problem solver. In a one line, if anybody asks what HOP means is make things easy to do it right, harder to make mistakes. That's the one line sentence for HOP. Either be it anything, either creating a program or creating a new software or work procedures or whatever, make things easy to do it right. The fundamental principle is error is normal. Everybody do mistakes. You, me, and everyone. Even just now I demonstrated, even Kunpat has explained to me how to launch the slide a couple of days ago. Today, I don't know, I make an error. That's a very practical one. And everybody make an error up to 5 to 6 errors per hour, normal. So if the people miss something, just, yeah, they did it. Then another one is blame fixes nothing. We can blame one another for a whole day, but it won't bring us to anywhere. The another one is system drives the behavior. If I work in Singapore, my behavior in certain ways. If I work in Thailand, my behavior will be in a certain way. If I work in army, it is a different way. Work in research laboratory, different. So where I work and people with whom I work will mold the way how I behave. So we need to understand that the people, how they behave is how they are associated with. The another one is learning is vital. Again, one more time, we need to learn. The one of the examples I want to highlight is everybody likes ice creams. And some of you may know that how the cone ice cream is come to picture. Many years ago in Miami Beach, there are a lot of rubbish were collected during the weekend. And then the workers were frustrated. So the boss asked that, hey, how to resolve the issue? Do you have any suggestions? The thing they highlighted is next time if anybody throw the rubbish, we should ask them to eat it. Then they know that how difficult to clean it up. It's like a new idea for the boss. And then they started to innovate the cone ice cream. That's how the cone ice come to picture around 100 years ago. So the thing is, when you listen to the people, look for opportunity, the keywords, what they're highlighting. And that's why the leadership response is matters. So when you actively listen, you have a good relationship, and then you are listening, then the people will start to share. The next approach is the blue line and black line. Whenever we go to the site, if you are having not a good relationship and they have a fear, they will tell you about the black line, which means that they will tell you exactly the politically correct answer, which is perfect as per the textbook answer. But if they trust you, they have a relationship with you, they don't have a fear, and then they started to tell how the work is being performed in the field, which is highlighted by the blue line. So when you are engaging with the work group, if you have a good relationship, don't ask them that for the textbook answer. Ask them how they actually do the job in the field. When you know that, then you can start to work on the improvement opportunities. Remember, we are here not to, let's say you want to buy a shoe. We don't cut our leg for the shoes. We need to buy the shoe which is suitable to our leg. If the people is not following the procedures and group of people is never accept the procedure, that means there's something wrong with the procedure rather than wrong with the people. So we need to change the procedure or change the culture of the people. So that mindset we need to come up. The next one is the psychological safety. The picture shown on the side right, which is taken a real picture. What happened is a cheetah was chasing a dog, and both of them happened to went inside the one room and somebody locked the room. And it was there for last 3 to 4 days. The cheetah never ate the dog. And then even though it is hungry, it never ate the dog. Why? Because once you have lost your freedom, even the natural instinct of eating the food also was not carried out effectively. Even the animal is like that. Then how about human? When you don't have a comfortable environment, you don't have a freedom to speak up, people won't speak up. So next, when you go to the people, rather than ask why, you should ask the question how. Then the people will start to elaborate that how the work is being done in the field. So remember, the next one is don't give the freedom, and then they shouldn't fear of you, then they will share with you. The next approach is leadership response. When they see you as a savior and they see you as a friend, then they will start to express. But the important is how you behave. You always put people first. The reason is, like, one of the things I want to highlight is, in Singapore, one of the incident happened was somebody was parking the car, and then the car, some tree was fallen to the car. And the message was received by one of the managers. So what he highlighted is he always asked that, how is the driver? Is he safe? And what happened to him? And then how he go back to the home? And is it okay? All those things. So if the same boss is asking, how is the car? And car is okay and not, why the driver parked in his car? So the perspective is different. When any incidents or any issues happen, of course, people will be frustrated, but put the people in first. Then the people, you work for people, the people will work for you. That's the message. Another one more term is called eustress. The eustress means called a useful stress. If you see the picture in the side, the green color zone is we need some kind of positive stress. Then the people will perform. Many years ago, another one more thing is they bring some kind of trees from South Africa to the Asian countries. In South Africa, the trees grow up to 20 meters, 30 meters, very normal. When they build in Asia, the trees never grow more than 2 to 3 meters. Then they wonder why the tree never grow. The main reason is in Amazon, the lack of sunlight. Every tree had to compete with one another. That's why the tree grow higher and higher and higher. But whereas in Asian country, there is abundant light, so the tree started to squeeze. So the important step is we need some kind of stress, but it must be just enough for us to positively perform. Response, which means you digest the information, then you ask. Reaction means without thinking, immediately you blow. That's what. So as a leader, you need to respond rather than react. Learning opportunity, supportive environment, system, all this is combined together. Today, your motto is like for future. The world is changing. There are a lot of technological innovation. There are a lot of gadgets used to monitor the worker, a lot of software to monitor the workplaces, drones, IoT system, digitalization. There are a lot of things this world is moving on. And many of the times, this will save you costs as well as improve the safety of the workplace. So don't limit to the conventional ideas or limit to the old steps like, oh, procedures, checklists, training, all these. Go beyond that. The world is open and learn from different places and things like that. It will reduce the risk to the workplace, but at the same time, enhance the productivity. So use this opportunity. And the another one is recognition. This is called a Maslow theory of hierarchy needs. So when you are in the base, which is your basic things is good enough to happy. But when you go to the higher and higher level, you need something beyond that. Sometimes giving a small token of appreciation, water bottle or t-shirt, it may be happy for the junior most or the very young level people. But when you are going to the next level, you need to customize how the recognition to be suitable for the people. Sometimes the way you recognize can demotivate them rather than don't recognize them. So very careful with the recognition, which is very subjective, but make sure that it is suitable for the people, suitable for the environment, suitable for the culture. That's more important. And last slide, this is the famous word by Buddha, Positi. When Buddha was in the last brief and their disciples asked him, is there any message you want to convey to us? The Buddha's last message is Positi. That means is be your own light. I may say many things, but you have to digest the information. That knowledge should be converted to intellect. The intellect should be converted to wisdom. It has to happen within yourself. Nobody can help. Be your life for your own life. The same way I'm telling again. Just now I highlighted few slides. Digest the information. And if you think is value added, please apply in your workplace. And it will work for you. If work for money, it will work for everyone. So thank you very much.